Whoa.
Nice. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cref.
Welcome.
So happy that you're here because today we are watching The Bad Batch, episode number 13.
It is another Star Wars day.
I know, nothing wrong with a little more Star Wars.
Nothing wrong.
It's a great time to be alive because I remember when we were kids and the third movie had just come out and there was this long stretch of just nothing Star Wars. And so the fact that we can look forward to a new Star Wars show every week is insane, on demand, which is absolutely crazy to me.
Yes, it is.
I know. I mean, so here's what I think. Now that we're 13 episodes in, right?
Yeah.
The last episode was significant for one big reason, which was the fact that at the end, right, Crosshair's like, okay, can I actually hunt the Bad Batch now? And the Admiral's like, yeah, go for it. Now's the time.
But
right?
see, here's the thing. If we know Star Wars, I don't think that's what's going to happen in this episode.
You think this one's going to be
I think this would completely go like a 180 whatever and just go in a different direction.
Sure.
And it's just going to be some random episode, which is not a bad thing, but, you know, they still have time. It's not the end of the season yet. So we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, the thing is, like, you would think that after this long, Crosshair would have been like, all right, you know, I'm going to actually hunt. It's like this whole time you think you're going to be hunting
they kind of been milking it a little bit, you know?
But now I think it's actually definitive. He's like, okay, now I have to go after them because they're just causing too many problems. And I think it's about time because we want to see them finally interact. They've always been kind of
I mean, there was that one episode in the shipyard.
Right.
But even that wasn't like a huge deal.
Exactly.
That was more like, oh, Cad Bane. Oh, crap.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so this, I'm hoping there's a little more of a one-on-one kind of thing.
Yeah, but we'll see if you're right, Chris. I do have a feeling you're right about this episode. It's not going to be quite like, okay, he's going to go after him. It's probably going to be some in-between thing.
Dave Filoni likes to tease us a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we will see what happens. If you're new here, guys, welcome. Obviously, we do reviews, we do reactions to movies, TV shows, video games. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel.
That'll be great.
But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, guys, Bad Batch episode number 13.
Infested.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a chase to me.
I wonder if going into the second season they're going to keep this model going of Sid giving them missions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Who are they?
They look cool.
It's rude to barge into one's office.
Whoa! Who is that?
This isn't your
Who is this dude?
Where's Sid? Oh, she said. Oh, Sid's right there. Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
Now,
Too soon.
make a name for himself by joining up
Oh,
with
the Pikes. I remember the Pikes.
What's he doing?
Yeah. I remember the
that.
Pikes. Yep.
This port.
When we needed help, we came to Sid, remember? Now she needs
Omega.
help.
Always the
We
voice
can't
of
just
reason.
walk away.
Disrupt his supply chain by stealing the shipment and thereby sabotaging the deal.
Very good, Goggles.
You don't mess with
When
the Pikes, though.
come to
Remember, they're
collect,
pretty dangerous.
You know what I
Rose
mean?
will be able
In
to
Star
pay,
Wars,
and he'll be
as
there
strong as
for
Jedi and stuff are, you can't mess with business.
Nope.
You know, business runs everything in this universe. Smuggling, spice trading, all this kind of stuff. I'm always the one that doesn't like the stealth missions in games. You know, I usually just tend to go in guns a-blazing.
Unless it's Assassin's Creed, which I love.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed makes it a little bit easy, you know.
Kind of reminds me of Gringotts. The little carts they have to ride in.
That ride in Universal,
So good.
good
So
ride,
good.
good ride.
Now,
Butterbeer,
listen up.
not so much.
When we
Gotta be
pass
honest,
through
that would be a
those
hot
doors,
take, but
not a peep out of anyone. We don't want to wake the hive.
The Hive?
see, that's what I'm talking about.
This episode is called Infested.
Infestation problem.
Wow.
Whenever you go deep into the earth, like just like in Lord of the Rings, Moria,
There's always something
something's always waiting there.
crawling around.
Moving.
I know. Don't just stay
Yeah,
there.
let's just wait here in the middle of a giant nest and wait for them to come at us.
Keep moving.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
keep moving.
6 crates of spice confirmed.
Have we ever actually seen the spice before in Star Wars? They always talk about the spice.
Oh yeah,
Have you
I
ever
guess they
actually
do.
seen it?
No.
Whoa! Yeah. Whoa!
That's the hive? Those are the things? Whoa. Oh, they like look like kind of like dragonflies.
Don't leave the spice, man.
That always happens, right?
Leave the merchandise behind.
Yeah.
At least we got rid of the spice, right?
Good old Omega, always looking on the upside.
A shipment of spice. Return it to us, and we will consider.
Does that mean they gotta go back in?
Resolved. Kill them.
Oh,
Kill them all?
We don't have the spice on us.
Oh, I guess they're going to go back and get it.
Until you do, the child
Omega. Yeah. Don't say that.
Okay, this is good. Like, this is like a 2-part kind of mission. Like, this is, I think this is how they should be, you know? Like, usually it's kind of like one mission.
Right. You know, one thing I will say, and take this for what it is that aside from tech, the Bad Batch aren't very strategic in the long term, right? They don't have a big plan. They just have, like, situationally, they have good strategies, but, like, they don't have, like, a larger plan.
Yeah, they're just trying to survive, basically. Yeah. Which is, I mean, I guess, you know, in the new...
They get told what to do a lot.
Yeah. They're clones.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
Right.
That's how they live, you know?
They'll kill you.
Don't do it, Omega.
If your friends don't return the spice...
This is an interaction I didn't see coming.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what happens when you...
Don't worry, Ruby.
You gotta love Omega.
She's the heart and soul.
Yeah.
The heart and soul.
I just wish the Bad Batch had more of a plan.
You know something? You know what I think is going to happen? I don't know if they would do this in a show like this, but I think one of the Bad Batch is going to die.
Things are gonna wake up.
And there it is.
Here we go.
What's going on?
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa.
Ah, that's awesome.
Muscles? That wasn't so bad.
Such a big baby sometimes. Oh, shoot.
Just like that, huh?
He made a mistake.
Oh,
That's all.
Omega, you don't know the real world, Omega.
War with Issa Duran.
Issa
Do you
Duran.
want that heat?
We do not accept.
We do not accept bad deals.
Woo!
Oh, God. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
they cut his horn off.
Oh, boy. I thought they were going to behead him. Jeez.
I was like, we're about to get super dark.
Why did you stick up for him?
Why did you stick up for
For
him?
what he did?
I don't know. Ruby likes him. Maybe he's not all bad.
Man, she just sees the best in everybody, doesn't
See,
she?
they're learning from her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'll say. They do learn from her.
All right, guys, that was the Bad Batch, episode number 13. A good episode, I thought.
Overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think the primary thing for me is it was split up in like 2 parts.
Yeah, it was
you know?
multi-phases.
Yeah.
It wasn't just some flat, straight out, you know, plot, right? It was like, okay, because what I thought was, okay, they're going to steal the spice, going to go into the caverns. It's going to be this whole thing, and then they're going to get the spice out, and that's going to be it, right? I didn't think that they were going to get caught, so to speak, by the Pikes. So I think that was a nice touch to it.
Because when they got out of the caverns, I was like, oh wait, we're only halfway through this episode.
Yeah,
I was like, this is good.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have multi phases in episodes, right? Because it's like, I think for the most part, the Bad Batch episodes are pretty much like a straight shot.
It's like,
pretty
okay,
much
here's the
one note.
mission. Let's do it.
Yeah,
It's done.
Yeah.
And what I also liked as well, what I've been noticing is the later episodes in the season, it's not so much like, oh, Omega is like a different part of the team, and we got to go do something with Omega. Now it's like, okay, she's part of the team.
She's part of the team, yeah.
She has a role.
In fact, she's an important part of the team
Yeah.
because she almost acts as their conscience, right? Because you made a good point, Chris, while we were watching the episode, was that they're clones. The Bad Batch are they're clones, right? And so they're born and bred to do one thing, right? Just one thing. And this entire show, I've been like, I want more out of them. I want more character depth. But maybe it's not fair to expect that from them because they are clones. Now, again, we've seen clones that have layers to them. It's not that, but you know, they still are. You know, they still have one primary function. But then here comes Omega, who is maybe the purest form of, Jango Fett's DNA.
Yeah.
So she's pretty much just a person, right? And so she comes in with her own unique perspective, her own sort of, she always questions what they do. Like, should we leave them behind? Shouldn't we be saving these people, right? And I like that because it brings out, the character in the Bad Batch.
It adds another layer to what could just be a mission and a mission accomplished.
Right.
Like over and over and over again.
Because one thing I did not see was her sort of bonding a little bit with Durand, right? It's like, what?
Yeah,
I mean,
only she would do that. Yeah.
Right? And I think, I wonder if that's what we're going to see with Crosshair, her and Crosshair, because we did get a tease of it in the very first episode, because when they're sitting in the prison cell or whatever, she's just like, yeah, Crosshair, I know it's not your fault. I know that the reason you're going crazy is because of the chip. Yeah. And so I think this is what they're kind of building towards.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I think that's what it could be. Yeah. But in general, I think this episode, there's a lot of excitement to it.
Because Crosshair is her brother, too.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah. She mentioned that word brother in the last episode, right? In episode number 12. She's just like, yeah, Hunter's my brother. And she probably feels the same way about Wrecker and Tech and Echo. And so, I'm curious to see if Crosshair is going to have the redemption arc that we think he's going to have because of Omega. Omega's going to be at the center of that.
I think they're going to need Crosshair.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that he might die, but if he doesn't die, they're going to need him to face off against basically the Empire, right?
Right. I mean, and again, it sort of brings up some larger questions, because what we saw in the last episode, right? Bringing back the last episode, is that the clones aren't always the most ideal soldier. And we know, because we've seen Star Wars, that the clones ultimately aren't what the Empire uses as their soldier force, right? So what's going to happen to them, right? Where does the Bad Batch go after this? Where does Omega go after this?
Yeah, is it one big, okay, we're clearing out of the clones, or is it just keeps going gradually?
Is there going to be Order 66 for the clones, right? Are they going to have somebody hunt down the clones and kill all of them, right? Is that what's going to happen? That'd be pretty crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I think to me, the sort of the cusp of this episode, the importance of this episode is seeing more of Omega's role, right? Because she is the heart and soul of this group, right? And, how she can even take people who are hardened and bitter and whatever, and she can kind of, soften them up a little bit.
And she's not always, getting in trouble anymore.
Yeah,
She's kind of matured.
She can kind of hold her own now, which I think is important, because you can't have them constantly rescuing her anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so score time. Chris. I think you liked this episode. What was your score?
Yeah, I definitely give this a 9.
Wow.
Because
9.
the 2-part really did it for me, because I just been getting used to be like, oh, I guess the episode's done. Oh, I guess the episode's done. It's over.
Yeah.
And for this one, I was like, wait, I feel like they're giving me more. They just kind of start a little bit faster, and they did a lot in one episode, so I really, really liked it. Yeah.
Okay. For me, I think to me this was good because, number one, you have Omega sort of bonding with Durand, right? I mean, and it's also interesting because it parallels to how she bonded with Sid, right? Because Sid in the beginning was kind of like this, okay, I'm just going to give you your job. We don't really have a relationship. It's just, she's a criminal in and of herself, right? But then Omega sort of softens her, and we see the same thing with Durand, and I think it's a foreshadowing of what's going to happen with Crosshair.
The power that she has to basically soften these people.
Because she sees the world through innocent eyes, right? And she's not battle-hardened, and, she's not bitter like the rest of them are. And so I like that episode. And like you said, it was multi-phases to this episode. It wasn't just one note. And so I thought that was really good. So I would go an 8.5 out of 10 for this episode.
All right, guys, that was our reaction and review to the Bad Batch episode 13. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you made it all the way to the end, you get a fist bump. Thank you very much. The watch time definitely does help us, so we do appreciate it. Let us know in the comments below. What did you think? I mean, was it just another, kind of like a random filler episode, or did you actually like the 2-part like we did?
Are you guys starting to see Omega's more important role in this show? Or do you still think that, she's like, whatever?
Maybe you have a similar prediction like we do, where maybe she's going to be able to get to Crosshair like the rest of them can't, and soften his heart. I don't know. We'll see.
We will see.
We'll definitely see. Anyway, guys, thanks again for being here with us. If you haven't already, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And with that said, we'll see you later.
See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.